in your reg number there first. When you type it in, you start. Your registration number is on your exam slip. Type it into the space at the top.
2021 Jamb examination starts today across Nigeria and will be on for about a week because of digitalization introduced into it, which has eliminated a lot of problems that was witnessed in the past. However, observers, supervisors of different centers recount their experiences as well as parents giving suggestions to organizers Jamb in some areas.
It's been smooth. There have been no issues of light failure, no any issue of candidates having their thumbprints not being verified. So for now, all candidates that came for the exam came in, though we have few presents. Maybe for now, this session is 247, so the center can carry up to 250. So we are having only 3 people absent from the exam hall. But so far, the staff and the center is good. Don't have any problems.
For which batch are you on now?
Okay, we're in the second batch right now. We just finished with the first batch. So right now, the second batch they are already doing their exams. So it's only 2 batches for today. For first section is 248, second section 247. Well, give or take, let me see, 5 out of, that will be 445 for now. That is a total of 250. Total of 500. First section, second section. So I just deducted 5 numbers, so it's 445. 2 hours tops.
Each set is 2 hours.
Yes, each set. For this center, we'll round up on Tuesday next week. Okay, I'm happy that over the years, Jamb keep getting better and better. So this year, I'm still happy that we have at least now cover up a lot of issues that we did face then. But right now, for this time around, it's okay. Just only candidates verification thumbprints, but it has been solved now. We don't face that anymore. My center, no, none.
What's the name of your center?
Digital Bridge Institute.
Thank you very much.
I brought in my child to take Jamb. Security-wise, I must commence Jamb, the Jamb body. They've done what they are supposed to do. The security is okay, normalcy. People are selling, buying, movement free, but the security is okay. And no disturbances in the exam hall as we are parents, we are seated, citing what is happening within the premises. Well, I wouldn't say generally, but for my child, he had a successful registration without hindrance and printed. I brought the printout to me. I went through it, and within the week, he told me that he needed to print. He needed to print out again to ascertain the location of his exams. And when I came back on Wednesday from my job, about 8 o'clock, I requested to see the printout. And I noticed it is in Digital Bridge Institute, Utako. And I told him, no problem, I'll trace it. On Thursday, I left my office. I work with NAPTIP. I left my office with my officers. I came and located it. So today, and in the printout, I make sure I read it well. I knew it was 7. So by 6:30, I was already here in the center. And he actually took the exams. He's out now. But we are waiting for his friend who happens to live close to me. Because of the security in the country, I needed to bring him home to his parents. No, they didn't. Because they line up first, test because of this COVID-19, they have to do 1 or 2 things. And inside there, they have to thumbprint. So all this one took a lot of time. And so they couldn't even finish at exactly 9 o'clock. They ended up finishing around to 11. So I think because of these inconveniences, Jamb body should look into it. If we parents can honor 7 o'clock to bring in our children, they should start by 7. Automatically, they have to look inward to ensure that before if these things are going to take place, the time should be 9 o'clock. Because they didn't start by 8, they started about that 9, and this is why they ended up finishing to 11. Well, I think we are all aware of what is happening in the country. No parent would want to leave the child, especially these days that we send children to school too early. Between 15 to 18 children are already, they are prepared for university. And ordinarily in the house, there are things you don't give them to do. Traditionally, we should call them minors. So granting this, you would not want to allow them to go to Jamb in areas they are not acquainted to alone. So I think no matter what you do, even we parents, including my very self-talking, I would not want to allow this child that have not known Abuja well to come to a place like this before he enters one chance. And the fact that we are clustering does not mean any hindrances, does not imply hindrances within the environment. After all, this is outside the gate. There are mechanic workshops here. There are other areas of interest that we parents hang to until when the exam is concluded. So it doesn't hamper the free flow of the exams.
Thank you.
Your name for the benefit of those that may not know.
My name is Adebayo Bodurin. I'm a journalist, but for today, I'm one of the monitors for Jamb examination. Our role purely is to observe the enabling environment where the examination is taking place, the conduct of parents, the conduct of invigilators, and the conduct of the candidates who are sitting for the exam. That's precisely our role. Ours is not to make any intervention, but to observe what is happening, so we can be able to present reports to Jamb on improving on the processes they are put in place for the purpose of conducting the its examination. Faster than previous years and flawless. So you see a situation where the capturing of biometrics is very, very easier this year compared with the previous years, particularly in the places where I have observed so far. And then another remarkable development is parents were kept a far distance from the venues of the examination. Unlike previous year when you see them loitering about, they were kept far away. Even food vendors were not allowed to move closer. They were far away because the Jamb candidates cannot be denied opportunity to either refresh or eat. But the food vendors were kept far away. And I think there is a great improvement this year when you compare it with previous years. You find a situation in some centers where we record close to almost 99% turnout. There was a particular place where they were expecting students. 244 were for the first set. You know, it's in 3 stages. The first set, the second set, and the third set. That's why the whole thing is arranged between now till the end of the examination period. You find a situation where 244 came and only 2 absented. You cannot account for reasons why they did not show up. Maybe due to one reason or the other. In most of the centers, exams started at exactly dot of 7 a.m. But in some centers, due to the accreditation process, that will be completed before they probably start the exam. Maybe some start 7:30, some a few minutes after 7. But in all, if you go around now, the second set are already set for their exam. And which is a great improvement. I think there is a lot to learn from Jamb by other examination bodies in the country in terms of ensuring history process for candidates to write their exams. I think there is a lot to learn from Jamb. Another commendable thing is that I'm sure there are minimal cases of leakages which we experience with other examination bodies, usually called Expo. I don't think is noticeable with the current Jamb examination that is going on.
Thank you. Sir, what are you doing here, sir?
I'm waiting for my daughter that is writing Jamb.
You need to follow her?
She's not big enough to come on her own, and I come all the way from a far place, so I needed to come and drop her and wait for her outside to finish. When she finished, then we start going away.
But do you see the exam? How do you see the exam?
The exam, I didn't see the exam.
I mean, the environment, the preparation for it, and
Well,
what is going on around it.
I was told that the way this year's exam was organized is a lot better than what happened last year. Last year, I understand that although some people are saying, yeah, it still took place this year, you know, like somebody came here all the way from Nyanya. The center shouldn't have been here. It's too far, you know. So, but I understand generally that that of this year is better organized because, you know, people just came in here. They just came in here to, you know, from other places and then, you know, not too far from within. And then they are doing this Jamb exam in various centers, unlike that of last year where they were posting students away, you know, to go and take exam in far away, Gwagwalada and, you know, very, very far, you know, places. And they were there for 3 days or something, you know, to do the exam.
Yes.
And actually to give feedback to Jamb for improvements where necessary. This is the third place I'm visiting this morning. Of course, at this station, this center, Digital Bridge Institute, the 500 candidates were registered. So far, 455, sorry, are taking the exam. 5 candidates have been absent. So that has been noted. There's no way anybody can send a report back to say 500 people attended the exam here. So only, I mean, so that is clear. That is the kind of, you know, intervention we are trying to see. And if there are delays, we can also escalate it to the Jamb, whether, you know, technology issue or even other logistics. So that's what we are doing. Yeah, good. As I said, this is the third. I've been to Dusalaji, you know, it's outside the city center, you know, because from experience, you know, outside the city centers, because of certain, you know, things about environment, you tend to have a kind of, you know, impatience, people, everybody trying to rush and all that. Over there, yeah, at the beginning, people troop in about the same time. But the issue is that the Jamb and the other support staff have been so trained in such a way that the way they attended to the staff, I mean to the students, was very nice, you know. No discourtesy, I mean, and everybody went in, you know, sat down, they got set, you know, we took time and said, look, we are starting, and, you know, people checked. So there was no delay because I chose to go to outskirts because that is usually in the past where you have problems, whether somebody's name is not there or something like that. So, but having gone round, I mean, and this place is very efficient. You know, I got there, I saw them, everything is perfect. I took, you know, inventory of the records of students. You know. So far it's been, you know, smooth. Yeah, it's also still, I will encourage that candidates should, as much as possible, take the mock exam. Okay? The mock exam gives them, you know, the opportunity to see it firsthand. Some of them are writing for the first time. Of course, you know, I mean, sometimes some of them, you know, do it the second time, but many of them are writing for the first time. So, like the computer login, what I observed is that when students, you know, when they enter the hall and they take their seats, some are not patient. You see them trying to like log in even before you say start. So if by chance, you know, a student has logged in and is maybe trying to fiddle with the keyboard and is there, of course the computer will start reading. So the tendency is that the computer might log the person out before the time. And I told them, I said clearly as they were coming in, don't fiddle with the computer. Just sit down, take your time. The invigilator will tell you when to start and will give you time to log in before, you know. So that is one. And I also say they should endeavor to take the mock. the mock will expose them to some of the issues, how to, of course, there's no kid today who doesn't know the keyboard and how to access computer and log in, So, as I said, then the parents asking for canopy is one of the things we discussed, at the committee level. Of course, there was the argument that, it's the student exam, parents are not the ones to come and, but we also realized that, well, maybe for security or for some other reasons, parents will bring their children and they want to wait. So at that point, we encourage them to be patient, luckily, most of the centers, they have spaces outside that they can, but we don't allow parents going near the center, the examination hall. So, providing, tent and what have you, maybe, asking too much of them. Yeah, so we would rather allow parents to take care of themselves while they wait for their, words to finish their examination.
Bemiga Olamikon reporting for GTV Africa.